Hello everybody, it's CrazySpaghetti here, and today we are back again in Planetzoo. Last video was a bit rushed. Also I did use a different editing software which was rubbish. It was terrible. But anyway, we're back in Planetzoo. I know it was a bit random, like just randomly coming out of Planetzoo when we basically do like horror games and nothing to do with Planetzoo, but it's something new, and I don't want it to be all about one thing, because that's when it gets a bit annoying. Both the same, like based on the same thing. So that's why I just like play the random games, play loads of different games that I like. But yeah, today we're gonna be doing the Madagascar, Madagascar. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean. We're gonna do that one, and probably if we do it as quick as we can do the panda part. I'm not promising anything. The last video was a bit too long, but because I used a different editing software, I couldn't edit it properly, and I was in a rush because it was literally late, really late. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Remember to subscribe, hit notification button so never miss an awesome upload by me, and well, let's get into it. Start new. Oh, it's good to be back on this one as well. Turn that off. Cool. Also, my birthday is on May 13th, so yeah. And it's on a Monday, so I'm not going to school, because who wants to go to school on their birthday? Especially when you're in secondary school. It's terrible. Alright, come on, please go quick, because it's loading takes ages. I'm not joking, it takes absolutely ages. Takes the mic. You're taking ages. Come on. You annoying game. Why are you taking ages? The internet is great. Yay. Alright, we are in. I forgot what we had to do in this. I have no clue. It's been 2 years.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England.
Right, Bernie.
Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species.
Okay.
But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are.
Get to the
yet,
point.
The way the world treats them is like, well,
I actually
very
want to
much
see
like
him.
some of us treat our actual relatives.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm determined that
Orangutan.
our operation here does some good.
Orangutan.
If we can all leave some part of the world in a
Where's your
better
baby?
state than we found it, we'll have lived
First seen a
lives
baby.
worth living.
Oh my god, there's a
And
baby.
speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I
Okay,
left the
this
house
big
in a
boy,
right one.
you know he's been eating a
When
bit
I
of
get back,
too
I
many Big
expect my
Macs.
life won't be worth living at all.
Well, that was a bit quick then. No, I don't want the barrier. I want bloody... No, not you.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's
No.
primate sanctuary. It's
Stop.
not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh?
Oh, it looks like my mate. He has a forehead
We'll
like that.
start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
Okay. Where are these lemurs you were talking about? I'm just going to do this so I don't have to go there.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masoala. That's in northeast Madagascar.
You're extremely
They can
ugly.
actually live anywhere from
They did not do
15
your
up
hair.
to 25
Here,
years.
I can't make a joke.
Fancy that, eh?
They did not do your
Okay, when
hairline
you're ready,
correct.
let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Is that how you say it? He looks like Trevor out of no, not Trevor. Who's the one with the bloody hair on his side? I don't know. Locate highlighted area. So we just went there. Now where are we going now? Chimpanzees? Anyone? Oh, we're going to orangutans again. Okay. Okay.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature.
I know.
They're always a big favourite at
My
any
mum's
zoo
a
they
big
feature in.
favourite,
And they're
one of my
also
favourite
the
animals.
biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet.
Yeah, and has a face like a pug.
Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Okay. I'm doing that now. There you go. Oh, we're going somewhere else now.
Aren't they
Okay.
just incredible?
Yes. They have a face like a pancake. Well, the males do.
Oh dear!
Oh
It looks
dear!
like we've arrived just in time.
Oh,
One of the
you
habitat's
naughty,
barriers has
naughty
collapsed.
chimpanzee.
And wouldn't
Look
you
at
know
ya,
it, one of the
you
bonobos has made a
British
run for
boy.
it. We'll need to catch them.
That is
But
one
before we
ugly
do,
little
we should box
chipmunk.
up the other bonobos to stop them
Looks like a
escaping
chipmunk
too.
then.
Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
Yeah, the information panel.
Good.
Wanna do
Now
that?
open the animals tab.
Okay. Yep. I don't see anything.
And click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos.
Bonobos! I'm just gonna call it a chimpanzee.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to
My
hire
nose,
a
man.
replacement sharpish.
Okay.
Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area.
My nose is bad. There we go.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their
Bonobo.
habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
There you go.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that.
There we go.
Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Okay. You do you.
Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long.
Hire some mechanics.
Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
Easy.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we?
No,
Good
we
work
haven't. It's
there.
just been
I'm
like,
off for a
how
cuppa.
long?
Oh, I think Bernie wants a word
8
with you.
minutes already. Okay. What is it now? Highlighted area.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Funny.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
There we go.
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand
Hold
spanking
up.
new something to do in there.
Sorry about that, everyone. I just really had I had something in my throat. Somebody, whatever, I don't know. Alright, begin research. Alright then. Red. Research.
Here, Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
A ring-tailed lemur.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see,
Right then.
or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Easy.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much. Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area. Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat. Lovely. Now select the Animals tab.
Locate the next highlight there.
So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities, releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel and find him in the Animals list. I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Over, okay.
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
There you go. Get that,
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a two-dimensional background, or even a three-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options? There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now. Just like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the
I've
Gila
at
monster.
least
Go on.
12 species in the zoo. Let me guess, this is gonna be a new area.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you.
Okay.
I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them.
Okay.
Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Oh, guess we're making some now. Go there.
Lovely job there. You should
Oh, did it?
be proud of
Hooray!
yourself. Not only have you
How long
expanded
has that
the
took me?
zoo and kept the animals as
29
happy
minutes.
as Larry, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Right, I'm gonna return to menu. Let's save this. Yeah. Pretty easy. Okay, we got that done. Probably the last one will be Panda Park because right, I think these are really hard, aren't they? Yeah. The last one on the careers will be next video. Because yeah. But yeah, if you do want to see more videos by me or more Planetzoo or any Five Nights at Freddy's, horror games, anything, fan games, anything, Jurassic World, yeah, I could do actually that. Please comment on one of my videos or just go on like PS, or should I make some? I might make a Discord. But yeah, also I haven't spoken to the gang in ages, like Chairs and Tate / Peanut. But yeah, they have been waiting for me to actually like get better. So I'm not always sick, and I'm not sick now, so we'll probably do some VR videos. But anyway, remember to subscribe, hit the notification button so missing, or spot play by me. Some of them may be a bit rubbish. It's probably I'm tired. But anyway, lads and gals, I'll see you at the next one.